Hello everybody, Michelle here for Scrappy Chic, and today's demo is going to be a technique that you can use to make a little book or a big book out of one piece of paper. So it really just depends on what size piece of paper you're using, but this little book here was just one sheet of paper. And it was just a regular, I'll say 9 by 12-ish piece of paper that I had done some spraying on with a stencil. This one this book you've seen before was also made out of one piece of paper. It was a larger piece of paper. It was about 30 inches by 24 inches, but one piece of paper. These books don't have covers on them, and they are made from one piece of paper too. So what I did was I took a piece of jelly printed paper, but you can use pattern paper as well, and I'm going to show you both of those. I've kind of got one cut out already, but you can see you just take your piece of paper and fold it and cut it, and it depends on the way that you cut it if your sheet isn't square. If the paper you're starting with is square, you're going to get the same no matter what, portrait or landscape, it'll be square. If you're using a rectangle shape and you've got your paper portrait, when you fold it up, your book will be landscape, so the pages will be long out this way. If you cut it landscape, so you make your cuts this way, your book will be portrait like this. So it's the opposite. So this one was a piece of paper that I had jelly printed in a Dina Wakley class. So I was just digging around in some paper and I cut it, and I'm going to show you how you do the folds and the cuts. So I am going to take a 12 by 12 piece of paper here, and it is so simple. So here's what you do. You take your paper and you fold it in half. And it doesn't have to be two-sided either, because you're only going to see one side of the paper. So you fold it in half, and I make sure that my folds are pretty good. And then you're going to take the top and fold it back, kind of like you're making a paper airplane. So you're folding it back, flip it over, and fold the other side back like this. All right, so this is what you've got. An M or a W, right? Then you are going to do the same thing the opposite way. So we folded it like this. Now we're going to turn it, and we are going to do the same thing. We are going to fold it in half, and then fold this back half, flip it over, and fold this back half as well. So what you have is a piece of paper that has 16 squares on it, 4 across and 4 down. Okay? So, like I was saying, with your 12 by 12 piece of paper, it doesn't matter which way because it's equal on both sides. But now you've got to do some cutting. So what you want to do is, over here where the first fold is, you want to cut up 3 squares. So just cut up on the fold, up 3 squares, and stop. You're going to stop here at your last square. Do the same thing on the other side, all the way over. Cut up 3 squares on the fold. So this is what you have, and you still have this fold in the center. Now you're going to turn it all the way around on the same side. So here's your cuts that you just cut up here. And you're going to do the same in the middle. Cut up 3 squares. So now you have a W or an M, right? So you've got 2 cuts here that are the same, and then 1 cut here. Now, the way that you'll fold it is you'll have to decide, if you do have double-sided paper, you have to decide which side you want to be on your pages. For me, I would want this splattery side on my pages. So what I'm going to do is take the center and fold it up so it kind of looks like a pop tent. So you want it to look sorry, like this. So the center line is up. And then what you'll do is take it and fold it back like this. So now you have half of the paper showing. And then grab the whole thing and fold it back. Sorry. These bends are not bending. All right, so you're like this, and then you're gonna fold it back like this. So now what you have is just one row of squares, and you have it cut in the center like this. So where this is cut in the center, you'll fold it. And then if you flip this over like this, these two sides are cut in the center as well. So those fold like that. So you'll, let me show you that again. So this is like this. So these are cut like this. Fold that in half. And then basically you're just folding these flaps up like that because they're cut in half here. And here is your book. So now the only thing that you have to do is glue your pages together, and I can show you how to do that, but this is what it will look like. So this will be the page that will be the inside cover. So if you look at this one, here's the cover, here's the inside cover. This is the inside cover. These two pages will glue together and make page 1. Then you can see here, these two will glue together and make page 2. Same with this. These will glue together, and I will show you that right now with my Oohoo glue stick, which is basically what I usually use. So there's your inside cover, so you're going to fold that out. So here, you're going, in your second square, you are going to glue and then just press it together. And there's page 1. See? It's glued together, page 1. Now this will flip up this way, and you'll glue here, and push that back. Page 2. Now this will be the same. Whoa, throwing things around. You'll glue here, fold that over, and there's your page. And then you'll flip this up, glue here, another page. And the same thing again. Glue there. Be generous with your glue too, so that the pages will stick together. And you have another one. And then you're going to have this again, gluing here. So that is your page, and then this is your back cover. So I'll just press these together so that the glue will stick. And here's your book. Inside cover, page, 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 and back cover. All right, so that's it. It turns into this square. So a 3x3 square when you use a 12x12 piece of paper, always. But if you're working with a rectangular shape paper, and I cut it portrait, so you can see I'm doing my pop tent. So the middle is popped up, And if you just grab these bends, fold it back, and then grab all the paper and fold it back this way. There's your cuts, so fold it in half there, so it looks like this. And then these are cut, so you fold them like that. So now I have this book, it's landscape, and here's my cover, and the same thing. Then I would just go through, and this is one that's the exact same with the pages glued, okay? So we'll put them side by side. So that creates the first page, which is this one you glue together. Here's your second page. Those are glued together. Same with this. Those would be glued together, and so on and so forth. And that is how you get the landscape size, or the landscape format. You cut your paper in the portrait shape. All right, so one more time, I have one ready here. I will show you where you're folding it. You've got your pop tent. You squeeze it, you fold it back, and then grab the whole thing and just fold it back this way. Oops, see, it doesn't matter. So you don't have your cuts here, right? So you shouldn't bend it that way. It's on the other side. You want to bend it like that. And then bend these back like this. And you've got your 3x3 square. So here's your inside page. So all your pages on this one are going to look like this wood grain, this pink wood grain. That's what it is. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this technique. Make a book out of one sheet of paper, any size. Remember, I made this book out of one piece of paper. It was a roll of paper, and the piece was 30 inches by 24 inches. But this is the book. The inside cover, I made the cover out of cardboard to match, and then just attach the inside covers. So there you go. It would be a really cute book to make out of our Michigan paper, and then you can embellish it with whatever you want. You can make a really cute tiny little photo album with those cute little square photos, but little stamped images, an affirmation book with some really cool sayings in it, things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this quick demo on how to make a book out of one sheet of paper, and I hope it comes in handy. Don't forget that you can place orders online at www.scrappychiclivonia.com. There's a lot of items up on the website now. And then if you don't find what you're looking for, please email info@scrappychiclivonia.com. Emails are the best way to make sure that your request doesn't get missed. Private messaging isn't very efficient, so we're asking everybody to please email. If you do make this little book out of a 12 by 12 piece of pattern paper, which I know you probably have tons of, please show us and make sure that you hashtag it with hashtag ScrappyChicDDD display, dailydemodisplay.com. Having a lot of trouble with my words today. And at the end of the month, we'll be having a contest. We'll put all of the names in a hat for the people that have hashtag projects using the techniques that we've demonstrated in these demos. And the winner will get a $40 Scrappy Chic gift card. All right, everybody. Hope you had fun. Stay safe.